It's Tony from Ultratec Special Effects. Today, sorry we had a little bit of technical difficulties as usual, it seems. I'm supposed to be a senior tech, but this new stuff is always gets to me, it seems, like the last second. So anyways, we're here today to talk about the fog blade. It's an accessory that we sell for our fog machines. That allows you to spread the fog out, and if you're trying to do a reveal effect or hide something, you know, a normal smoke machine, when it comes up like a column and then slowly spreads. This here will allow that to spread quickly. So I've got a couple examples set up for you, and I'm also going to show you how to set up one of them as well. I'm going to switch to a different camera here. There we go. I've got a little camera underneath the little deck stage behind me. I've got a 9D, and it's going into a fog blade that's attached to a stage deck. And then it's going into the little 90-degree bend that we supply with the fog blade. And this is just a regular 9D with quick dissipating fluid that's going to go into this fog blade and make the effect. I'm going to change cameras again before I actually shoot it. Give you a better view, a little more wide angle view. So, and I'm also going to turn my fans off because they're keeping me cool out here, but they will affect the look of that. So one more, sorry.
It'll be Tony, you should hook those up to your DMX control.
I guess I could do that in the future. So anyways, this is just the 9D, no added air or anything, just a straight 9D going right into a fog blade underneath that stage deck right there. So something else you could do on that is project or something, but that is just the power of the fog machine into the fog blade itself. So once again, this is one of these items screwed up to the deck. And then there is a, let me see if I need a camera switcher person. So, but I'm gonna move this camera. You can see there's just a slit cut into the deck there to allow that. So you can have all this effect and not see any of it because it's all buried beneath your stage. So let me go back to my main camera. So, okay, so another thing you can do is you can use one of our air amplifiers. We have an air amplifier for that machine I just showed you as well. It attaches over the output nozzle and the 3 holes where the 4-inch tube for the hose goes. So, and it hooks into, as long as you're using a 9D or a Premier fogger, this will plug into the auxiliary output. Might be called an LSG output on some of your machines. So, but this is one type of air amplifier. I've got another machine set up here to run a G3000 with a bigger air amplifier. I'm going to set the G3000 up here on this deck, switching cameras again. So there we go, a G3000, and we'll be putting on it a mega fog burst. It's an air amplifier as well, custom made for this application. So I'm going to remove these front 2 screws here. And you also have to remove on the bottom the front 2 block holding bolts. And that is Boy, I can't see in this light. My eyes are old. So I believe it's okay. It's a 7/16 socket to remove these two bolts here. Don't worry about your block falling out. The other two will hold it in place while you're doing this. These can be kind of hot if your machine's already preheated like this one is. All right, with that done, then this unit will just slip over the front. It's got the appropriate spacing. When you're blowing into something like this, you don't ever want to butt this right up to the machine, but the spacing is built into this one, so that won't happen. So align these screws, get started. I got this machine preheated to save time. These are very warm indeed. So now this machine has had one of these installed before. When you buy one of these, it'll come with a set of these screws that are ever so slightly longer to make up for the difference of the thickness of this sheet metal that's holding this together. So, okay, those are in. And now we just have to install the top screws up here. Those screws that come with the machine are a little longer and plenty long enough to do this without including another set. You just reuse the same screws for this. So. Huh, that one's got a broken off screw in it. It's one of our demo machines from something like that. So I'll have to send that to Mike to change that out. So anyways, there's an Ultratec connector on this, and that plugs into the, most of these older machines are going to be labeled LSG output. It's an auxiliary output that ties in with the control of the machine. So you can either control it with the remote control, or in this case, I'm going to run it with DMX. I've got this particular machine to set the DMX channel 5, and the very next channel after that, if I was to engage channel 6, it would open and close, send the signal to this and open and close that circuit. And then you hook your air supply up here, and that gives you the extra push. So I've already got one set up back here that we can look at in a different configuration. So we'll go to that one while this is warming back up. Give me 1 second to plug this in.
We don't have any new questions as of yet, Tony, but okay. I'm just thinking that maybe you need to get a Vanna White.
A Vanna White. All right, well, I'm going to do a switch to another camera now and show this other setup I have here and how it can be used with the fog blade, which is what this show is about today. So going back to my handheld camera, we're going to take a look at, this is the exact same machine. It's a G3000 with a fast on chip that we explained in an earlier episode of these shows. And it is on our adjustable stand. This stand can go all the way from flat to fully vertical like it is now. And for air today, I'm using a CO2 bottle. The CO2 bottle is a gas bottle, not liquid, so it's pulling from the top and giving a CO2 gas. I have our regulator on here, and I'm not sure if this focuses well on that or not, but I'm going to run this up to 150 PSI, which would be the max pressure that you're allowed to use with the Mega Fog Burst. Other than that, if you go higher than that, you're at risk of blowing out the diaphragm in there. So anyways, we're here to talk about the fog blade. So I'm going to attach a fog blade to this. Actually, you know, I'll just run it first on its own, so you can see the column effect you would get with this. Oh, wrong machine. Now that is the machine by itself with the fast on chip only, and then here it is with the air amplifier. I'll run both together, and it gets it out there even faster and pushes it even further. I only have a 17-foot ceiling here today, though, so that white background is not doing me any favors here. I'm going to switch to another camera again for a moment. So I don't know if we can see it better with this camera. Let me go to our wider view tabletop camera and see what we got. That's this one.
While you're looking, Tony, we do got a question here. We have Chris Tullock who's asking, is the fog blade just a method of hiding fog machines underneath the decking, or is there other benefits to attaching the flat attachment?
Well, you can hide the machine underneath there, and just if you're looking just for a straight column, then you wouldn't need it. But if you're trying to get something wide to hide something, so let me do this. See if I can get a position where you can see that better. See how that kind of creates a column? So we're going to put the fog blade on it now. We have a little adapter that we need for this. It's a piece of PVC, just slightly reamed on the inside so it fits over the fog blade itself and over the collar of the Mega Fog Burst. Put that on there, and then the Mega Fog Burst slips right on there too. So let me kind of aim that towards the camera. And now, same effect, but now you got a very wide spread out column. So I'm gonna use this other camera again and see if I can't get a wider view of that. Okay, so and then the machine that was, let me go back to my, I need a professional camera switcher for all this. So the original machine, the one we were just working on here, has the exact same setup, but it's sitting on the deck. If you want to do the up, then we have, you know, you can just use a 90-degree piece of PVC pipe that has that same reaming inside here, so it'll fit over it. So I'm going to attach that to that other machine once I go to another camera view. So, okay. See if that machine is fully warmed up yet. Oh, I'm going to switch the air from this machine to that machine.
Yeah, so while you're doing that, Tony, I guess maybe a couple of the other things for the fog blade, just from a sales standpoint, it is something that's commonly used to either reveal something in some cases it's used to project against, and then again, like you said, the benefit of putting it underneath the stage and having a screen come up instead of a plume.
Right, yep. Well, I think I just put that right in the way. If you got a machine on the floor and you need to send it up, you could use the plume by itself. So that's the air and the smoke for that. So you can get you got to purge it because it just had that machine off. So let me go ahead and purge that fog machine. It's never going to purge unless I hook some fluid up to it. So we're using quick dissipating in here today. You could use any of our fog machine fluids.
This is perfect because this is all the little things that I always forget to do when I'm setting stuff up.
Okay, so there we have an example of a horizontal machine, but with that 90-degree bend on it. It's going straight up, and now you can also attach your fog blade to that. You can turn that in any direction you want, but turn it more towards the camera there. So here we go again. So that backdrop there is about 16 feet wide, so it kind of obscured the whole thing. So, you know, it comes in quite handy for that. So I got one more thing I want to show with that, though. Take me just a second to change the configuration. I'm going to take the blade off, the 90-degree off. I'm going to put it on like this so it's flat. Give me one moment, it'll be worth it. I'm going to set it back here on the ground. Okay, so let me change cameras again. I'll walk over and show that configuration. So anyways, it's just flat on the ground, and that puts the blade flat on the ground as well down there. So when I run this, like this, I will get the ground fog effect, as you will. If you're doing an ice show and you're doing that over ice, it's almost the same as an LSG type, eclipse type, dry ice type effect. So maybe I don't want that full blast. Turn the air on, just give it a little bit of smoke. Got a little air currents in here today for some approaching weather, but makes for anyways, that's just one other way to use it. So the handy dandy fog blade. So, well, it's hot in here today. I'm sweating like crazy. I apologize. Had to turn my fans off because of it was affecting the look of that. So anyways, that's all I've really got to show today. Any questions about any of that come up?
Nope. Chris was just making it. He had made a comment again about how that certainly helps with some ideas. And then I informed him that you are definitely our go-to when it comes to any questions or ideas about using our products and various different options, because you have a vast amount of knowledge.
We've been doing it for a while.
Well, you really do. That you're the guy that I always call when I have questions. So
that's true.
Yep. So with regards to our customers, what we're looking at is some more ideas for some more of these videos, these Facebook Live videos that Tony's doing. What we're hoping to do is try to get as much information out there as possible to make your setups easier. If you have any questions with regards to, you know, some ideas that you need, we're looking to take whoever's ideas. If we end up using them for a Facebook Live session, we'll go ahead and send you a swag bag. So put any of your ideas for things that you want to see down in videos in our Facebook Live videos. And again, if we choose one of your ideas, we will send you a swag bag, which will include an Ultratec bag, a lanyard, and a t-shirt of your size.
Don't forget the lanyard.
You're doing the Vanna White job.
Oh yeah, that's right. Here's the Eclipse t-shirt. It's got stars on the side. It's got the Ultratec
logo on the sleeve.
On this, where's the camera at? On the sleeve there. And then on the back, we have the Eclipse logo.
Perfect. All right. So again, anybody out there have any ideas for some Facebook Live sessions and want a free swag bag? If we pick your idea, we will ship that over to you. And of course, if you have any questions, you can continue to ask them on here, or you can send us messages, any of the Ultratec staff that are on the Facebook chat section. You can also email us at sales@ultratecfx.com. Thank you, Tony.
All right. Thank you, Rachel. Thanks for everybody for tuning in, and we'll be back again in 2 weeks with, well, let's see what your ideas are. So, all right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.